Hello and a very warm welcome from the Tenelor Arena here in Oslo for the first leg of the Longines FEI World Cup Jumping Series. Well, this week we're lucky enough to be joined by former international show jumper and FEI TV commentator Steve Hadley. Steve, you've jumped a few of these classes before.
I have, you know, it's always a lot of fun jumping in these World Cup qualifiers, and if you manage to get to the final, that is a real buzz. You know, the tremendous pressure, tremendous atmosphere, great locations, working up, of course, this time to the Las Vegas. That was never around in my day, but I'm hoping to go on our team this year.
And there's some big names here to start the first leg off here.
Yeah, you know, I mean, at one stage, the first 2 or 3 World Cup qualifiers were always a bit low-key. Riders hadn't quite recovered from the outdoor season, and they started to really rev it up about Christmas time. Not anymore. They need the points straight away now, you know. They can't be scratching around for points in February and March. So a lot of top names here. You know, we've got half of the European Championship team, we've got half of the World Equestrian Games team here. And the Furussia Nations Cup team finalists, all gold medalists, Jurv Reiling and Michael van der Vleuten. Those are the two from that team. Steve Gerda, Olympic champion 2 years ago. Kevin Stoat. You know, a lot of top German riders here. It's going to be a very tough one, really.
It promises to be a big class. What do you think we're going to expect from the course designer this week?
I don't think he'll go over big. You know, there's been a bit of a contributory factor here. Right now, this minute, they're jumping the Grand Prix off, which is the day before. We're now Saturday afternoon. And he was a bit lenient with them. He's got 21 clear rounds. He's not going to let them get away with that again tomorrow, so it'll be big enough. It's a good start, the Grand Prix, to kind of test out the course, isn't it? Yes, it is. You know, I mean, the Grand Prix you'd always think is the biggest competition of the week. The World Cup is the biggest competition here, you know, so tomorrow it'll be a big enough track. It's not an over big arena, so you know he's got to be a little bit more towards related distances, short distances. He's done several turns across the arena here this afternoon, and I think we'll get more of that tomorrow. Olli Vetsani, one of the best course designers in the world, you know, he always gets a good result, you know. And it's like you just said, it's quite a tight and small arena compared to other shows. Do you think that makes a difference for the horses and riders? Depends what you're riding, really. I mean, the nippy, nimble horses would be suited here. Big, scopy, long-strided horses wouldn't suit them quite so much. You know, these arenas, they do vary an awful lot. I mean, Geneva, Leipzig, great big arenas. This one, Gothenburg, you know, 1 or 2 others a bit on the small side. Horses for courses, the old saying. And obviously, we've come from the vast space of outdoors to indoors, you know, that obviously must make a change for the riders? Makes a change. I mean, the top riders, they'll cope with whatever's thrown at them, you know, but as I say, you know, it depends what they're riding. Some of the horses they ride will be more suited to indoors. Jurv Reiling, for example, I interviewed him earlier on. He said Boobaloo is not very good indoors, but he said the big outdoors, as he's just proved in the 2 championships that they've won, jumping great clear rounds all the time, that suited him. That's just one prime recent example.
I think now he built a really nice course. It is not too extreme, but it's what you said. It's the first indoor. The horses get a little bit, has to be, a little bit different than outside. Get used to the audience. It's closer on the arena, and then it's better not to have a really big disaster course. And maybe they are now coming a little bit too much clears, but I think it's better. It's really good built.
No, there is no easy places anymore. You know, everything is difficult wherever you go. You have the same riders, same course builders. So it doesn't matter if you're Oslo or Stuttgart. You know, it's all difficult. You know.
Everyone wants to go to all these World Cup shows because they are the best indoor shows that we have, and you know, there's a lot of people. Everyone wants to qualify for the final because that's the goal of the whole competition. So yeah, I mean, that's sort of they're all good shows, most of them, and all in different locations. There's a few new sort of shows coming up, but yeah, I think it's good.
It's very important to try to get a good solid start, and it's traditional here that it's the first of the FEI World Cup shows, and I've been lucky here in the past, so keep the fingers crossed we might get a bit of luck here tomorrow as well.
Well, they're all here. Steve, what time are you on air tomorrow?
Earlier slot than usual, Mike. It's the lunchtime slot tomorrow, 12:50 Central European Summer Time.
Join us then.